So, for another one of these, I guess. This one's why do I game? Unlike some of them, I haven't had a lot of time to think about it, but I wanted to do something for some reason. Vanity, perhaps. It's odd because it's not the most enjoyable thing for me. I certainly get a great deal of happiness those times when I can play with a group of people, and it's just, sometimes things are really amazing, and you're laughing, and you're near tears, and it's just fantastic, but you don't need these complex games for that. I found it happen as much with a game of cards as with anything else. It certainly happens in role-playing games, it happens in board games, it happens many, many times if the right group of people is together, who all really enjoy kind of a vague sort of teasing of each other, but also just have these little quirks that are hilarious at times. And gaming definitely brings out situations where they're really, really funny, like someone getting hit on the head with a ball in a baseball game could be really, really funny. But I don't do that anymore. I mean, I have no friends, of course, and given time alone, gaming is not the thing that I most take pleasure in. I probably take the most pleasure in reading really, really good fiction. Now, unfortunately, I've read most of what I really like. I've read everything that I really like that I own. I've read a lot of what I really like, and have a lot of difficulty finding it. Now, of course, if I were like I was with gaming, or like I am with gaming, I could go online and find books that I really like and just buy them, right? But that's not the way I play. And it wasn't the way I played with gaming either. It's just recently I've gotten really into buying new games again, like I was when I was a teen. And I used to buy books then. I don't do that anymore. But that's probably the thing that I enjoy the most. And I enjoy some physical things, like going out for walks. I love that. Or going swimming every day. I love that. But I end up not doing those very often. Like it's been about a week since I went swimming. I went tonight, but it doesn't happen very often. Why? Well, there might be people in the pool, and I don't want to deal with people. But that's weird because when I go out for walks, part of my hope is I'll meet people, right? So why can't I meet people at the pool? I don't know. Different expectations, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But we're getting to the fundamental question again of, well, if it's not what I enjoy most, and now and then I might enjoy setting one up, but I certainly wouldn't have the sort of addiction that I do now. Maybe addiction's the issue, but why? And for me, it's almost a sense of duty, a duty to the games, a duty to the life of playing games, where I do it even when it's not really what I want to do. So I pushed through a good 3 rounds in Empires today, just sort of out of the duty to get things done, get a video out, and that's part of it. Getting a video out, it helps too. I mean, there's no way I can quit a game that's not fundamentally damaged. Age of Exploration I could leave because I just wasn't getting that. I'm going to give that another try at some point. I think I left Korea because it was past anything, although I may have finished that, I'm not positive. But with this, it's still going. It's as good a game as I remember. It hits a certain point where it's kind of like, I don't know, I've seen enough. How much more do I really have to go through? But I would usually push through. I've pushed through games like Anzio that I really didn't like much at all, and ended up liking more after playing it fully through, but it just wasn't the excitement. There wasn't even the grand epic that like a Europa Universalis or even a La Grande Guerre puts me into. But duty is about the only thing that motivates me to anything in life. I mean, I go to work because I feel it's my duty to, and I actually do some work there because I feel it's my duty to. I could have slacked a lot more than I have, I think, in a lot of ways. Now, before in my life, I didn't have that kind of duty. I had other duties, perhaps, but I avoided work because I didn't want that extra burden on myself. I just didn't want it. So I'd pick up odd jobs sometimes, but mainly my wife supported me. But going back, it's really hard to justify doing something that you're not really bringing pleasure to anyone else, but you just feel like you have to do. Now, obviously, I don't feel like I have to clean my apartment, which is kind of weird. I don't feel like I have to get food, which is kind of weird. But I feel like I have to do this. Just like I feel like I have to push through a book if I start it, and I have to finish it. Computer games is another thing. Now, I don't really like them, but for me, they're completely an addiction. The sense of duty sometimes comes in vaguely, but mostly it's a matter of I'm too lazy to do anything else, like the things I enjoy, or setting up a game or whatever, and I'll settle down for a computer game, and then I get hooked into it a little bit to the extent where I have to finish it no matter what, and that sucks when it's something like Europa Universalis, where it's going to take me months and months to finish, just like the board game would. And I start, I'm getting physically unhealthy from playing the game too much. That's bad. So I try to avoid those. Likewise, I try to avoid television, although I never feel a duty towards that. I don't own one because it just sucks me in, and I do it. Now, trolling on the web is similar. In terms of sucking me in, but I feel like I'm kind of engaged there in a way that I'm not otherwise. And actually, that's my social life, so, I get a little bit of work fighting with people and everything. But, yeah, it's really hard. I get the feeling that other gamers, certainly other people who do social gaming, enjoy it. But I think war gamers who are competitive enjoy it. I'm not at all competitive. I enjoy winning when I'm playing with other people, but I also really enjoy watching what's going on and imagining it. And that's easier when I'm playing alone. So that's kind of nice. I enjoy being with someone I really care about and playing a game with them, or with a couple of people that I really care about. That's a kind of different thing because the game is almost secondary to the social aspect entirely. But yeah, it's just another part of my screwed up existence. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to do this for whatever reason. Cheers.